Yo, what's happening, world? What's going on with y'all, man? B Marsh Boxing back at it once again with another boxing video. So, cannoli. Yeah, y'all know cannoli, gingerhead. Gingerbread man. Well, gingerbread man cannoli is here making excuses. Now, it's basically good news and bad news when I mention this, when I make this video, right? And I'll get into that. But he's making excuses, man. You see, Cannoli got losses, two losses. Might should have more, considering them fights he had over there in Mexico. That he got a couple draws versus. What's the man's name? What's that guy's name? Used to fight at 135. Um, Damn, I forgot Slim's name. He was a champion with the IBF strap at lightweight for like 5 years, and now he been being used as a guinea pig over there in England by Eddie Hearn. Anytime Eddie Hearn got a fighter, he try to bring up. He brings Miguel Vasquez. That's the guy's name, right? Cannoli arguably has a loss against that guy that he got a draw for, but that's neither here nor there. Cannoli made excuses for the Floyd Mayweather fight. I remember I made a video distinctively, reading verbatim, quote for quote, man. I don't make nothing up, man. I'm gonna read it straight from the man's mouth, right? Slim talking about that Floyd Mayweather loss to him doesn't count or some bullshit like that. Well, here he is yet again. You know what I'm saying? And he says he wasn't 100% in the Bivol fight, and he wants to fight Bivol again in the rematch. So that's basically the good and the bad news. The bad news is he's making excuses rather than giving the man Bivol props for whooping that ass. You know, that was one of the best boxing feelings I've had in a while, considering 22 been a whack ass year of boxing. I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all. You know, I even kind of fell back a little bit from making vids because these niggas just be talking, man. They just be talking and they not fighting. Twitter finger ass boxers. I hate these new boxers. God damn. These new boxers are weak. They ain't shit. Can never get the fight you want. Fellas making excuses. You check it. So the good news is that he wants to rematch with Bivol. So I'm glad he ain't ducking that smoke and he wants to challenge himself and go back in the ring. You know what I mean? Now y'all gotta remember the fight took place at 175 pounds. You know, that was Dmitry Bivol's weight class. He is a small light heavyweight. That's why Cannoli thought he was sweet. You know, Cannoli been picking on a lot of Europeans, you know what I mean? That's been his mantra ever since he came to the zone. Started off with Rocky Feldon off the top. I'm saying Rocky Feldon, man. Slim got him out. He basically got a shot at fighting Cannoli. Probably got paid peanuts, but at the end of the day, probably his biggest fight of his career as far as his best payday. Um, he was on the Avni Yildirim's Sergey Kovalev, who was washed up, who was winning the fight to me by the time he got stopped in the 11th round, even though he was fighting like a pussy. You know what I mean? Abney Yildirim, I mentioned it. Billy Joe Saunders, he came over to PBC, fought Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant was doing a good job in their boxing. Wasn't hurting the man Cannoli, but he was boxing well till he got caught. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Cannoli thought that B-ball is sweet, and he's going to be just another one on the resume, one of these European fighters. But nope. I don't know what made him think with his slow ass feet. Thought he could mess with a master boxer like Dmitry Bivol. You know what I mean? Dmitry Bivol not the biggest puncher, but he sure did put paws on the man Cannoli. You know what I'm saying? You check it. And that fight happened back in May. Cannoli lost a unanimous decision wide on my card. I had that fight 9-3. You know what I mean? What did Cannoli do after that? He went back to 168. You know what I mean? I even forgot who he fought in his last fight. Triple G, not memorable whatsoever, you know what I mean? But Cannoli wants a little tune-up fight in Cinco de Mayo this year, 2015, you know what I mean? And after that, He's gonna be fighting. He wants to fight the man Dmitry Bivol in September. You check it. And there's been some talk of Canoli, you know what I mean, trying to make the man Bivol drop down to 168 to fight for his undisputed straps at 168. You know what I mean? Now, me personally, do I want to see Bivol go down to 168? Now, that's a catch 22, yo. Like I said, Dmitry Bivol not a big he's not a big light heavyweight. He's actually a smaller light heavyweight. Everybody I seen him fight from the Craig Richards to motherfucking Joe Smith Jr. All these guys are all bigger than him. You know what I mean? Now, will Dmitry Bivol come down to 168? I'm gonna put it like this, right? If Dmitry Bivol said he want all the smoke and won't come down to 168 to take his straps, then so be it. Make it happen. You know what I mean? That's what the man Chad Dawson tried to do with Andre Ward, but he failed miserably. You know what I mean? That's why I ain't gonna knock Andre Ward for that dub. Sure enough, them fellas, Chad Dawson, man, them fellas look like the Night of the Living Dead. You know what I mean? Slim was drained like a motherfucker. You check it, but at the end of the day, he's the one who asked for all that smoke at 168, and he got his ass handed to him, and he came back to 175, and the rest is history. Adonis Stevenson, first round KO. You dig? Now, Dmitry Bivol, he got to make a wise, calculated business decision if he wants to go down to 168 and challenge for all them straps. You know what I mean? You know, but personally, I'd like the fight to happen at 175 yet again. But if the man Dmitry Bivol won't come down to 168 and he's sure of himself, won't be weight drained or none of that, no rehydration clauses or none of that, then go take that man's straps, because I believe in the man Dmitry Bivol. I believe in his skill set any day. All day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I believe his skill set is better than Canoli's any day, all day. You know what I mean? But I'm going to read you some quotes, you know what I mean, from the man Canoli. He was in an interview with La Saga. I don't know what La Saga is, but I'll read the quotes. He says, same weight,